this going? Hold on. Not sure if this live stream is it's not in sync. I think it is working now. Let's see. It's gonna say good morning, but it's more or less afternoon, right? So good morning, good afternoon. Yeah, so 10 ways to overcome anxiety. Well, I've learned so much new things about anxiety since getting back into the boxing training and changing my diet and being so much more disciplined with eating and training. Unbelievable. It's going to take me a lot of videos to explain it. But there are, I have learned 10 new ways to overcome anxiety, probably more than that. So I'm just going to unload in this live stream everything that I've learned. This will be good because people will get so much value from this. And I'll also be able to kind of break down what I've been learning myself as I've been going along. So the first thing I'm going to say, and I know a lot of people won't know this who have anxiety unless they've taken a lot of action and they've kind of figured out how to live with it, how to find happiness and still. One of the things I realize is it's a full-time job getting over anxiety. You got to face it continuously. If you want to see results, if you want to see your confidence improve, if you want to be happy, if you want to have a better self-esteem, you can't just face it now and then expect to change, to become successful in your life or to improve as a person. You've got to work at it really hard. But again, a lot of people seem to get put off by that. But I don't, because the way I see it is if you want to achieve anything in life, whatever it is, you got to work hard for it, and working hard doesn't mean it's not enjoyable. It's actually probably the most rewarding thing. So it's a choice, isn't it? It's just letting the anxiety ruin your life and not facing it, not doing anything about it. Or it's actually saying, actually, I want to dedicate my life to actually not letting it stop me living a great life. So that's what I've learned recently. If you want to get positive results, you got to keep facing it on a daily basis. You got to face the anxiety around people by being social, by constantly putting yourself into new social situations, by being social, meeting up with friends, family, dating, etc. Then you got to make changes in your lifestyle. It's so important. This is a new thing I've learned that I never used to know before. I kind of knew a little bit about it, but I didn't do it, so it didn't really count. And the dieting, it's really true what people say. You are what you eat, and what you eat affects how you feel. So as all of you already know, because you suffer with anxiety can it does affect your mood, it affects your sleep pattern. So when you start training and working out and you start getting fitter, your body gets fitter, your mind gets fitter, you're able to sleep better. Your sleeping pattern improves, and therefore you wake up in a better mood. Like before, several years ago, I wouldn't be in the mood to do a live stream at this time. It'll be too early. I'll be a little bit moody or a bit tired. But because of the changes that I've made in my lifestyle, because I eat healthy now and I train often, I wake up in a good mood. I wake up with a lot more energy. By the way, if you guys got any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. So, it's most of the things is common sense, but it takes a lot of mental strength to put these things into practice. And you got to have a focus. You got to focus on the problem at hand, which is anxiety, which holds a lot of people back from doing it. Basically, if you allow it, it will hold you back from doing everything in your life. It will hold you back in dating and getting a relationship. It will hold you back in making friends. It will hold you back if you want to do things like YouTube and live streams, if you want to travel, if you want to go to new places, if you want to start a business, if you want to change jobs, if you're not working, if you want to get a job, every area it will hold you back if you allow it. But if you don't allow it and you start taking action and becoming fearless and building that mindset, then you can do anything. And funny enough, the more you face it, the more stronger you get. You get mentally stronger, you get emotionally stronger. And as a matter of fact, you get more intelligent. You do get more intelligent the more you face your fear and your anxiety, because the more things you face in life, the more new things you learn. So obviously, a big part of intelligence, you could maybe summarize it and say all of intelligence is what you know and what you learn. So you learn a lot about life, you learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about others when you start taking action and facing the anxiety regularly. And that's been my message since day one, right up until now, to encourage people, to motivate them, to excite them, to inspire them, to take action on their anxiety, wherever it may be. And I've come to realize now, when guys say, oh, I have anxiety when it comes to speaking to girls or going on a date or getting a girlfriend, that's true. But I realize if you've got anxiety bad in that area, you got it in all areas pretty much. You'll have it in most areas until you address it. So I've already given you a lot of tips in the last 6 minutes. You got to set goals to begin with. So, your goal could just be to get over the anxiety. That's a brilliant goal. Because if you don't have a goal, you haven't got a motivation. And if you haven't got a motivation in life, you're not going to do anything. People don't do things, or they do things because of two reasons. First being they're not motivated, or they are motivated. If you're super motivated, you'll make no excuses. You won't put things off. You wouldn't blame other people. You take responsibility. And that's another important thing with all this. You've got to take responsibility for your anxiety. Nobody's going to do it for you. To a certain extent, your parents can't do it for you. No one can really. And the great thing about getting a mentor, having a coach, they can oversee. They can push you. They can encourage you. They can help you. They can pass their experience on. How's it going, Mr. Tony? That's nice. You're in Melbourne, Australia. Oh yeah, man. I'm sad for you guys, man. To be honest, I'm gutted that the Aussies, that you're in the lockdown. I can't believe you're still in it. It's ridiculous, really. I just send my prayers to you. One of the things I can say, I know it's not easy, Tony, but this is what I did when we had the lockdown in London. Learn a new skill. Find something new to learn. You can learn a new skill within this time. I learned how to edit and shoot high quality videos. It took me about a year and a half during the lockdown. So don't just let the time go by. Learn something, whatever it is, whatever interests you. Do some writing, write a book, or work on your diet. There's actually a lot of things that you can actually do whilst you're at home and you're in lockdown. But I know it's not nice, and I pray for you guys that you get out of it as soon as possible. But yeah, don't lose hope, because you will be out of it. I'm sure you'll be out of it soon. But like I said, during that time, don't give up on yourself. Write some goals down. Really, I can't see it happening, but you never know. You never know. The UK, it could go back into a lockdown. You just never know, and that's why you got to work. You got to work on yourself. You got to find ways to keep yourself busy. Like I said, and that's a big part. And it's good that you brought up depression, because when you suffer with anxiety, depression is a big part of that, as you guys know. So the way to get over depression is having a goal. You have to have a goal because it will get worse otherwise, and it needs to be a goal that excites you. You know, goals should be fun. They should be challenging at the same time, but you know, that's why I said you can have a lot of fun overcoming your anxiety. I'm having a lot of fun at the moment. So you know, get a piece of paper or get a coffee and meditate or pray or find a quiet place and have a really serious think about what your goal is, what you want to achieve in your life. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, doing pull-ups in the park fitness is really important. It's one of the most important things. I say the two most important things for good mental health, confidence, is socializing and exercising. Nah, I'm not interested in it to be Tony. To be fair, I don't watch other stuff. I just do my own stuff, and I've been teaching for such a long time. So if I'm not teaching or doing videos, I'm not really interested in what other people are doing. But good luck to them. I wish everyone the best. I've got 5 on it. What time is it there? Are you talking about in Australia? Are you talking about in the UK? Here it's going to be 12 midday. Yeah, see, with anxiety, you need a long-term game plan. For those of you that think that it's a quick fix, you're very wrong. It's not a quick fix, but you can get quick results and progress if you've got the right strategy and the right mindset. And it's really good to be social as well, like coming on these, live streams and speaking to each other, building connections and encouraging one another and just having a great time. So for me, I still live by that tagline: enjoy the process. You want to find a way to enjoy your life because there's so many things that you can do to make life enjoyable. You really want to have this mentality that you don't want anxiety to stop you enjoying your life, and you don't have to let it if you fight it and you find a strategy. Oh, where are you? I got 5 on it. Are you in the States? So it's another person we've got to. Oh, you're in Australia as well. Listen, man, my thoughts and prayers go out. I'm sorry that you guys are going through that, man. I don't understand it. Hopefully, you guys are you in okay in Elias? Hopefully, you guys will get out. All I can say is that I've been through it. We've been through lockdown over here. We were in lockdown for about 2 years, so I know what you guys are going through. But you just got to try and sometimes in life you got to make the best of a bad situation, and that takes a lot of mental strength. That you can do it. I did it. Many people did. So set your goals. You know, don't make it worse by blaming. I know it's hard. It's human nature because you're not happy in the situation. But the more you blame and complain, the more you're going to suffer. Find a way of being grateful for what you got in your life and find a hobby. I found a hobby in lockdown. I did YouTube editing, filmmaking, and it kept me happy, kept me motivated. Do some exercise at home as well. At the end of the day, guys, you can keep moaning about COVID and vaccines and lockdown, but it ain't going to change it by you moaning. Or you can develop yourself. You can become even more of a positive person. So that's what I did. Nobody liked it. I didn't like it. We went through it here in the UK. But what are you going to do? You're going to let it ruin every single day of your life. That's up to you. And then you're going to be miserable. Or are you going to turn a negative into a positive? And do what all the great people do. That's the problem today with people, why people are not happy, because everybody blames. Nobody wants to take responsibility for their actions, for their thoughts. And blaming is the easiest thing to do. It's a weak thing to do as well. But coming up with a solution and a strategy to make your life better, that takes guts, takes courage, but you can do it. What I did when I was in lockdown, I got a piece of paper and my laptop, and I wrote down all of the positive things I was going to do when I come out of lockdown, and I did all of them. I said, when I come out of lockdown, I'm going to do so much socializing. I'm going to get my dating life good. I'm going to spend a lot of time with my family, friends, and I did that. It made me happy. I said, when I come out of lockdown, I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to get it back in the gym. I'm going to train my ass off. I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to come up with some new good business ideas. I'm going to give more value to you guys. I'm going to change a lot of people's lives, and I'm doing all of them. So you guys should set goals right now. Keep you occupied. You know, it's a part of life, man. It's a part of life. We all have challenges. There's things that happen that we don't like. You know, like I said in 2017, I was in a mental hospital. That was a lot more frightening than lockdown. Believe me. And I didn't choose that. I didn't choose to, obviously have a mental breakdown. But I come back from it. And even when I was in hospital, it was a horrible place to be. It was frightening. It was depressing, but after a few days, I've found ways to cope, to make myself happy and get on with people in there until I was able to get out. So I've been through two lockdowns. In 2017, I've been locked up in a mental hospital for 6 to 8 weeks. I got through that. And then obviously a couple of years later, the whole world goes into a lockdown. I've been through that one. So for me, going through these things made me a better person and more positive. I want to be more positive to others. But I honestly believe that, Australia, it will get sorted out at some point. And like I said again, well, I've said it already. I say my prayers for the Aussies and Australia, because I hope everybody, that I mean, can just be happy and not go through it, because it's not a nice thing. We've been through it over here. I've been through it. I live on my own. I had to go through it as well. But you know, you can come out a better person. Anyway, let's lighten the subject. Who's going to be watching the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight? You guys going to watch that tonight? Well, it's early hours of Sunday morning. Tyson Fury versus Wilder 3. I'm excited for it. Can't wait. Is there UFC on, right? I didn't know. You'll be watching the UFC later. Yeah, boxing should be a great fight. Oh, great! We've got two in one. You've got the UFC and the boxing. I think that's the great thing about sport. When there's things that are going on, globally, pandemics and challenging times, and people are suffering, sport does bring people together, and it can bring happiness, give you some strength. Listen, if you're interested in coaching, we'll discuss the price through email. I'm not going to discuss it on a live stream. That's just one of my principles. So if you're interested, I've given you my email address, Tony. Send me an email, and I can have a chat with you over Zoom and see if I can help you and explain the cost and how things work. I can't be any more fairer than that, Tony. That's all right. No problem. Listen, man. Um, there's a lot of things that are going on that I don't agree with and people don't. But at the end of the day, you know, just complaining ain't going to do nothing about it. Why not make yourself more of a positive person? The more positive you are, the better you are mentally to deal with situations and resolve them. But I'm not going to get negative and down because I'm a positive person. And, life is precious. We never know how long we're going to be here. So I just try and enjoy every day and look for the positives and be positive because I've spent enough time being an unhappy person. Not for too long, to be honest. Most of the time I've been happy, but I've been through depression. I've been rock bottom. I've had a mental breakdown. I've been depressed, lost everything apart from obviously my life and my family, thank God. And then I've got myself back into a good place through discipline, training, mindset. So it's up to you guys, obviously. I can't force you, and that's not what I do. But I would encourage you to think a bit more positively instead of complaining and blaming other things and not taking responsibility. But I understand what you guys are saying. There's things I didn't agree on, and we didn't like what was going on over here. But it will come to an end eventually. It has to. Am I scared of death? Of course, I'm scared of death. I'm human. Everybody is. I mean, anyone who says they're not, I'm not sure if I believe them. Good to see you, John Jones. 100% gratitude. Every single day I wake up, I'm grateful for being alive, and I always find things that I'm grateful about. I'm grateful to be on the live stream talking to you guys. That's actually a good question, Tony, because the fear of death probably contributes to most of the anxiety that people suffer with, that we suffer with. What is my greatest fear? Well, I faced my greatest fear was fighting, was having a boxing match, and I faced that fear when I was 25. I'm 38 now, so that's 13 years ago. So that was my greatest fear, other than death. And I did that. My third greatest fear was public speaking. I did that hundreds of times. Next greatest fear, I guess, was being hurt in a relationship by a woman, and I faced that. How you doing, James? Good to see you guys on the live stream. I thought I'd do one early. I fancied before I go out today. I fancied maybe breaking a world record and doing a long live stream. So as we're doing this, I've been going through 10 new ways to overcome anxiety that I've been doing, that I've been working in no chronological order. The first one is goal setting. You have to have a goal. Your goal could just be to get over your anxiety, or you could be specific. What about the fear of being alone? Yeah, I had that fear, but I don't have that fear anymore, thankfully, because I've got myself into a good place and I'm confident again. And I know how to get a date and get a girlfriend and make friends. And luckily, I'm not alone. But I definitely had that fear. That is one of the common human fears. So yeah, you need a goal. Two things you definitely need to overcome anxiety, and you will not do it without these two things. It's close to impossible. You have to socialize regularly, and you have to exercise. And if you do those two, of course, fear of the unknown. Everyone's got a fear of the unknown. Um, and if people don't admit that, then they're not being honest. But there's also an excitement as well with the unknown. God, you guys are gory today, man. Everything's blood and guts and negativity, and fair enough. That's a good point. Yeah, that could make you grateful, James, like you said. Yeah, you're right, because there's places in the world where, like you said, there's guns and people are dying every day and there's a risk of death. So imagine living in those conditions. Probably makes you feel a lot grateful for where you're living now. Hit that like button, guys, if you're enjoying this and you're getting a lot out of it. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new, and if you have subscribed, I really appreciate it. Can't all be sunshines and rainbows, I guess. Sounds like Rocky Balboa there. You quoting Rocky Balboa. And that can't be all the time. Life's not like that. We all have ups and downs. Um, and that's just the way it is. It's how you deal with the downs that makes a difference. Hey, yo, Adrian. Hey, yo, Budkus. I've lost my Rocky voice. I used to be able to do it, man. Awesome, Tony, man. Have a good rest. Some of us are on different time clocks here. That's good, man. It's good that everyone's sending Tony a bit of love, and anyone in Australia who's suffering. My prayers and my encouragement goes out. You guys will hopefully get through it tonight. Is the fight tonight? Sorry, technically, James, it's early hours of the morning. So they say Saturday, but it starts about 5 in the morning. So do you know, it's a tricky one, yeah. What is the best thing you have experienced in your life? That's a good question. That's a really good question. I can't really answer that because there's been too many. That's hard to answer that. Can't really put it down to one. No, the Canelo Caleb Plant fight is not tonight. I think that's the 5th of November. Felix, hey Johnny, watching your videos have been tremendously helpful. Thank you so much for what you do. You're welcome. I appreciate it. I'm glad it helps you. Do you guys know? I really like him. Obviously, he's famous in Australia. The ex-bodybuilder or bodybuilder Lee Priest. He's a great guy. I like Lee Priest. He's hilarious, funny guy. Maybe if you're depressed, watch some Lee Priest. He's got a good sense of humor. He'll cheer you up. Famous bodybuilder from Australia, Lee Priest, great guy. What's one advice you would give yourself if you could time travel? The advice I would give myself is to be. I would have told my younger self to be more fearless, and don't be afraid of rejection or emotional pain. Get stuck in. Face your fears. Give it everything you got. Don't listen to the negative voices in your head. Don't listen to negative people. Don't listen to bullies at school. Don't listen to any of that. Stop caring what others think, and be a good person as well. Be a decent person. Treat others how you want to be treated, and face your fears. Don't be afraid to fail. Do everything that frightens you, and then that's all I'd say. That's it. Why do you think fear is so paralyzing? Well, the reason it's so paralyzing is several reasons. One is because of how it feels emotionally. It feels unpleasant and it feels like you're in danger, like your life is in danger. So that's why it's paralyzing. And people fear failure, and the mental side, the conversation in the head. And it's biological, it's human, it's been in our genes for years, centuries. So it's a very primal reaction, and until you start practicing it and getting better at dealing with it. The great thing about living in London compared to a lot of places is you'll always find other people with similar interests, no matter how niche it is. That's a good point. Confidence cancels fear. When strong people believe in us, it installs confidence in us. It's true. I mean, the only way to overcome fear or conquer fear or to get better at dealing with it is by exposing yourself to it, is by facing it. There's no other way of doing it. That's the most quickest, honest, direct way to do it is by jumping into it, or at least if it's too overwhelming, little bits at a time. It's practice. It's the same as anything. The more you practice something, the better you get. Even if you're really bad at something at the start, if you keep doing it, you're going to get better. You're going to get used to it. And that process is how you gain confidence. So you get confident dealing with fear and facing it by doing it. Do I think the society today encourages more confident? Didn't quite understand your question, James. Some of the spelling's a bit off. Explain that again, mate, and I'll try and answer your question. Okay. Um, I don't particularly think the society really encourages people to be confident today. Obviously, there's a lot of people that do. I wouldn't say that. I think the society is quite negative when you look at it. Not all of it, but as a whole, it seems to encourage putting people down and things like that. Which is why you gotta be strong mentally to not be affected by that and fall into it and find other like-minded people, which is what everyone's done today anyway. But it depends. It's a big world. There are positive people, there are negative people, there are people that encourage improvement, and there are people that are not for it. Well, that's always been the case. Society's always been designed to make people conform. And that's kind of been the ongoing challenge for many people living in this world. Certainly myself, I've always kind of not been a conformist to a certain degree. Obviously, there are certain things that we all conform to. Some of the things we might like to conform to, that's fine. That's our choice. But if you ask me, by and large, am I a conformist or do I conform? Definitely not, because I don't agree with most of the things. It just doesn't feel right. But I don't think it's in black and white. There are some good things in society. It's not like every single thing in society is wrong. There are some positive things. There are many things that I don't like, and I'm sure all of you are the same. I think the key as well, the key, it's really simple, really. I think the key to a happy life is finding something that you enjoy doing. If you find something that you enjoy doing and it takes up most of your time, then you're going to be spending the majority of your time happy, aren't you? But a lot of people, again, they make the mistake of not being focused, and they don't do what they love because of fear, because of the fear of what people will think, or because of the fear of not being good enough, or the fear of having to work hard, the fear of failure. And if you want to be happy, you've got to face all these things. It just comes with a territory. You've got to be willing to be judged by people and rise above the opinions of others. You've got to go through pain, challenges, depression, anxiety. You have to. It's reality to a large degree, and then you can create your own reality, if that makes sense, within the reality that we live in. Because we live in a reality, right? Since you guys are talking about this, but everyone lives in their own world. And some people live in a great reality because they're positive and they create a great reality, and they get more control over their thoughts and their actions. And other people can live in a terrible reality because they're very negative and they project their negativity onto the world that they live in. Hence the film The Matrix. Yeah, I grew up in West London. I grew up in I was born in a place called Paddington, and yeah, I grew up in West London on a council estate, Warwick Estate, near which is near the Harrow Road or Ladbroke Grove or Notting Hill. So I grew up in that area. I would say at the moment, for me, the most helpful thing to deal with stress, anxiety, peer pressure from society is the boxing training. I found something that I love, and as simple as it sounds, has such a profound effect, positive effect on mental health, and how you feel about yourself and the world and stuff. And the dieting's been amazing at the moment. I've got a lot to say on that. I'm probably going to do a separate video. I mean, it's a miracle for me, guys. This is why if I can do it, anyone can within achieving your dreams and goals. I was addicted to fizzy drinks and sodas all my life. Like I always drunk it from a kid up until an adult. And I quit a month ago, no looking back. I never thought I could do it. I actually said a prayer to God, please give me the strength. And I just decided that's it. I don't want to rot my teeth. I don't want to drink this stuff anymore. It's not healthy. It's a waste of money. And I just cut it out. I've been drinking water and I feel like a different person, more energetic, better sleep pattern. So my next challenge was the chocolates and the cakes, the sweets and the crisps, which is the biggest battle. So I've knocked that on the head. I've not eaten cakes for 4 days and I want to cut it out. Let's read these questions. I don't know what that means, mate. I don't know what that means. Did I get my pump in? What does that mean? Sure, man. You can ask me a question, John. May I ask a question regarding boxing training? In your opinion, Johnny, is sparring in boxing full contact? Not always. Depends what sparring, John. There's different types. You got full contact sparring, you got technical sparring, you got body, you got light. So they don't always do that. It depends on what level you're at and what they're trying to achieve. Awesome. I've heard coconut water is good for you, right? Oh, okay. Did I get my workout in? I didn't work out today, Proton. I'm taking a rest. I'm gonna take a weekend off because my body's exhausted. I've been training my ass off for the last 2 months, so I'll be back in the gym on Monday. You're welcome, John. But that's great that you trained. Did you train today, right? What's up, Jeremy Straw Hat Pirate? I know, man. It's a sugar addiction that I've had all my life, Jeremy, and now I'm beating it. I'm working on it, and it's it's going well. To be honest, guys, that's the reason why I'm doing this live stream early, because the change in diet has made me feel happier in the mornings, more energy. Before, I wouldn't really do streams at this time; it would be more in the evening. So it makes a difference. The fitness, the training. Have I ever tried Crossfire? I never tried CrossFit. Now I've heard good things about it. I might have to try that in the future. Thank you for all your work throughout the years. You're welcome, man, and thanks for supporting me, MJMBK. You've been on a lot of my streams, and you always comment positive stuff on the videos, so I really appreciate it. What's you guys' plans for today? What's everyone doing? And I always love it for some reason when you guys let me know what country you're coming from. It's a lot of fun seeing the different countries, and I'm fascinated by that. So let us know where you're coming from if you want, and what are your plans for today. Get some sun exposure, 20 minutes a day, very beneficial. That's a good point. Oh, nice. You're from Birmingham, right? Nice one, mate. Met some nice people from there, some nice clients. Worked with quite a few several years ago from Birmingham. That was fun. I've been to Birmingham once, went down there. Oh, you're from Brooklyn? Yeah, I remember. Great. That's what I love about the streams. You get people from completely different parts of the world. France, see? It's crazy. Australia, France, Birmingham, the States, Brooklyn, England, Poland. See? I love it, man. It's great. Anybody from London here? Or is it just me? I've been Poland as well. Loved your country. Do you know what? I'm not really that excited about the YouTube shorts, mate, to be honest. I did a couple. I don't know. Maybe I prefer the live streams and longer videos. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should do a few more. Awesome, Canada. Jacksonville, Florida. Look at this. Unbelievable. Oh, awesome. You live in Dollis Hill. I used to go college there. I went to college in Dollis Hill years ago when I studied carpentry. So it's just a coincidence you said that. I've got a friend who's moved there. So you never know where people are, where they're living. Yeah, I'm global. Coming to what's that saying? Coming to I can't remember. How you doing, Christopher, mate? You're right. You're from Christopher. You're from Leicester. We got Leicester. We got Birmingham. We got Poland. Got Florida, Jacksonville. We got Australia. We got Canada. Let's see if we can rack up as many different countries, United Nations. Hit that like button, guys. You burn 10 calories every time you hit like. And every time you stay on my live streams for an hour, you get good luck. The universe is going to bless your finances, your relationships, your mental health, your six pack. That's your Irish shimmy coming out. See, we got Wales in the house, UK. Tom Jones, probably one of the, well, definitely the best singer to come out of Wales, one of the best singers of all time. Nice one, Chris. I spoke to you on there, sent you a message on Facebook. It's great that you're doing the volleyball, man. I've always said that to guys. If they've got anxiety, shy, join a group, man. Get around people, do something fun. Join a volleyball group. Amazing singer, man. Amazing. One of the best. That's great, man. That's how you're gonna improve your confidence, Chris, by what you're doing. Just keep doing that. Yeah, let us know where you're coming from, guys, if you're on the stream. I always love it when people say what country they're coming from. And if you've got any questions, guys, don't be shy, or do be shy, and drop them in, and I'll try and answer them. So how does it work with the volleyball then? Do you play a match and then you go for a social after, or you talk in between playing? Sounds like a lot of fun. Mate, that's fine, man. Yeah, you can still watch my videos if you've got a girlfriend, because my message is not just about helping guys to get a girlfriend. It's about anxiety in all areas, and that's what I'm going to be doing when I'm going to be returning back to coaching. Hopefully this December, and from next year, I will be. A lot of the clients I've worked with over the years, not all of them has been, to get over anxiety with women. They've come to start their own business or to get over their anxieties in other areas. So by all means, watch the channel. I don't think an introvert could work in sales. I know an introvert. I was an introvert, and I'm brilliant at sales because I practiced it. So 100%, 100%. I've got loads of friends who started off intro. I've got loads of clients that I mentored that were very shy and introverted, and after taking my 6 weeks program, they start their own business and making good money and doing what they love. So 100%, I've got no doubt, 100%. Especially if you've got my help, if you've got Johnny Berba coaching you, it'll turn you into an introvert, into an elite salesperson, an honest salesperson, someone who is great at selling, with good integrity, with good values. So there you go, man. See, we got introverts in all kinds of places: recruitment, live streams, Australia, London, Dollis Hill. They're everywhere, man. I'm a natural introvert as well. I had to work on, you know, being confident and extroverted. I think deep down introverts are more confident than extroverts. I've got a whole theory on that. That's another video. They just need to come out of their shell. They just need to get into state. They just need to get warmed up a bit, and then they're fine. Chris, man, you sound like you're doing the right things, man. That I encourage on this channel. I'm really pleased. I'm really good that you're doing it. More people should do it. You're being social. You're going to the volleyball groups. You're meeting up with your sister, your family, and you can't go wrong. It's the simple things that get you over this anxiety. Uh, Manolo says, true. Where are you from, mate? You from Spain, Colombia, Mexico, Venezuela? Um, Talk to me. Tell me where you're from. There's such a misconception in society. Society's wrong about a lot of things. Society says, oh, if you're an introvert, that means you're shy, you've got no confidence, you've got no chance, you can't do sales, you can't do public speaking. It's a load of rubbish. I was an introvert. I was one of the shyest people you've ever met in your life. But I've changed it. I faced my fears, did hundreds of public talks, became succeeded, set my own business up, went on hundreds of dates, got a girlfriend, coached people from all around the world, did hundreds of YouTube videos. So, and I helped so many other people to do it. So never let anybody tell you, oh, you're an introvert, so you can't do sales. Or you're an introvert, so you won't be able to, inspire people. You won't be able to talk in front of groups. You can become anything if you put the practice in a mindset. Hit that like button, guys. It's good for your blood pressure. It will reduce your blood pressure, reduce your calories. It will definitely put a smile on your face, and it will please the algorithm. Let's get these questions in. The thing is, all introverts are shy people. Could there be a misconception? There's a huge misconception. Introverts just need a bit. Yeah, man. I've got a lot to say on it. What's my take on an alpha male mindset? Well, I think a lot of guys get it wrong. A lot of guys, they misunderstand an alpha male, and they end up, you know, becoming insecure because they try and overdo it. I don't really read into that too much. I think if you build your confidence up, and you're a good person, you're naturally going to be an alpha male or an alpha female. You're going to be, more assertive. Uh, Manolo says, I'm confident but need some activity and motivation. or you want to get some goals. You will not get any motivation in life without a goal. United States, Florida. Wow, great. I get support around the world, but I have to say, man, throughout the years, the support I get from America is unbelievable. The States, it really is something. I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most things, that I've done, they take courage, and that's why they're rewarding. Is that a joke? I like that. You've made me laugh, Kinrad. You asked me, have I ever tried exposure therapy for anxiety? That's all I've been doing for the last 20, 30, 18 years. I've been doing exposure therapy anxiety. I've lived like most of my life doing that. Appreciate your question. Maybe you're new to the channel, you don't know my story and things. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my videos. I really appreciate it. Means a lot, guys. If you get a lot out of the videos and they give you confidence, press that subscribe button. You burn 100 calories straight away. I don't mean that literally, guys. That is a joke, by the way. I don't want people saying, "Oh, Johnny Berba told me to hit subscribe on his channel, and I didn't see the 100 calories go." Well, if you want to see the 100 calories go, you got to stop eating those chocolate cakes, man. That's it. That's right. Write a list down, everything that you want to achieve, and that will help you. I saw your boxing channel. Oh, great, man. That's great. What brought you to the channel then? Was it the boxing videos or is it the advice? Oh no, I made someone cry in the group. I don't want to make people cry. I'm just joking. By the way, mate, ever since you've changed your diet and stuff, you're looking way more healthy. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I really like that compliment because I agree. And I don't mean that to be arrogant. I'm not arrogant or big-headed. I can see it. So I really want other people to have the same benefits. That's just why I'm sharing the information. Chris, man, the positive change is brilliant in you. You've completely done a 360. The way you're speaking now is so different to before. Everything's positive. You're saying, I am going to beat my anxiety, and you're doing it. Good luck to you, man. Never a PUA, mate. That's never a PUA. I'm not into that stuff. That's not for me, thanks. I'm not into tricking people and being fake. I'm not a PUA, never was. Uh, I boxed when I was younger and I do it to keep fit. Um, I probably won't be going live tonight, Chris, because I'm doing it now and I'll be heading out later. I've got some things I'm gonna do and then I'll be watching the boxing much later on. Nice one, Chris. See you later, mate. Well done. Good attitude to have. Good attitude. For me, I think anxiety is brilliant. Welcome to your emotions. Like you said, I've said it before, anxiety can be your best friend if you work with it. If you face it and you use it as fuel, anxiety is a gift. But if you don't, then it can become your worst nightmare, to be straight, to be frank, your worst enemy. By the way, guys, just to let you know, if any of you need help, you need coaching, I do I do a 6 weeks Skype or Zoom anxiety program where I would mentor you over Skype and give you homework each session. And obviously, that would be a private conversation in our coaching calls. So, if anybody's interested in that for December or in the future, then here's my email address. You can email me and we can set up a Zoom call and I can see if you're all right for my coaching and if I'm the right person to help you. So, there's my email address if you want to inquire about coaching for anxiety. But yeah, guys, just back to what I was saying. The I'd say dieting is the most challenging thing. I'd say that's more challenging than going to the gym and lifting weights or doing boxing. It takes us a lot of discipline. I suppose it depends on who you are. Maybe some people are more disciplined with their eating, but just just by definition, when you start looking at your diet and changing things and trying to stop things and the craving, it's challenging but very rewarding. I think that's the problem with sugar. With that, see, when people have anxiety and depression, they want to eat. They want to eat cakes and sweets and chocolates and junk and sugary foods because it kind of numbs you. It gives you a rush, but then you crash down again, and then you feel awful. So when you start eating healthier food, you just feel better. That's why I'm up. You just feel better in the morning. Any questions on anxiety, guys? You can ask me in the box below. Whatever area you're struggling with, I'll do the best I can. I've got a lot of experience and I can give you some advice. Okay, let's read this question. I sometimes struggle with. Is it hypochondria? Can you explain that a bit more? I know what that means, but it'd be good if you could explain it in your words and I can give you some advice. Is that where you over dramatize things, you blow things out of proportion, exaggerate things? Is that right? Let us know. I can give you some advice if you explain it in your words. What happens when you struggle with hypochondria? If it's the word I'm thinking of, a hypochondriac, then it's someone who can exaggerate. Maybe the word lying's too strong, but tends to exaggerate things. Anyway, here's a list of things if anyone comes on at this point that will help you to get over anxiety. Start exercising, start socializing, start eating a healthier diet, set goals, improve your fashion, find gratitude every single day, improve your social skills with people. There's already some great things to do there. I would even say improve your sales skills, learn to sell. Okay, I understand that. I understand that. I would say training would help with that. I don't know if you do training. If you start working out, when you start getting fit, it will reduce paranoia and worrying about yourself. How you doing, Kieran? Good to see you, Kieran Jones. Good, man. Hopefully, when you take all the information in, Kieran, you can you can practice it. You can execute it. You can take some action and see the improvement. What have you been up to lately, Kieran? What's been going on in your world? What's everyone been up to? As a matter of fact, what's up, Phoenix? I have trouble with public speaking, but now I've learned from your videos that getting in state beforehand helps a lot. 100%. Very true. Very true. If you get into state, which is really about getting into a good mood, a sociable mood, then when you do public speaking, the words flow. You don't run out of things to say. You don't get awkward as much and stutter, and you can just flow and talk better. Yeah, me too, Kieran. I can't wait. Can't wait for the Fury Wilder fight. I'm excited. Work, gym, dating, good. How's that going? It's a good little mix there. It's a lovely feeling when you train hard, you eat healthy, and then you take a rest. Have a couple of days off from the gym just to let your body heal up. Mentally the stress to let that recover, and then back in again. Yeah, it's good just trying to level up and attract the right people into my life. It's good. It's a good attitude. So, who do you think is going to win then out of Fury and Wilder, Kieran? Question can be for everyone. Yep, that's exactly what I do, Kieran. It's perfect. I box, train down the boxing gym 2 to 3 times a week. I absolutely love it. It's my well, it's not my newfound passion because I did it years ago, but I stopped doing it. I suppose I've fallen back in love with it again. Nah, haven't seen his videos, John. But anybody who's putting out anything good, especially with anxiety, they got a thumbs up from me, and I wish them all the success with it. That's interesting. You got some money on Fury, right? It's interesting. You feel like something's off at the press conference. I know what you mean. Yeah, there could be that, but you never know with Fury. He's such a master psychologist at mind games. Fury might be pretending that he hasn't trained as hard to give Wilder a full sense of confidence. I don't. I think Fury's trained hard. I don't. Fury's For me. Fury's not someone who would take someone lightly, especially not Wilder. But you never know. We're going to find out. I think Fury's going to knock him out, but you just never know in boxing, do you? That's why we're going to watch it. I was quite surprised though how heavy Wilder come in. I'm not sure that's a good idea, but who knows? I might be wrong. He come in really big. My prediction is Fury's gonna stop him or knock him out late, maybe in the ninth or 10th round. I got Fury winning by knockout or TKO. I don't know. I can't really answer it. If Fury beats Wilder, will he retire? It's down to him, isn't it? I can't really say. I don't think he should retire if he gets beaten by Fury. I just think he'd have to accept he's better, and he's still got other big fights. So, but that's going to be down to Wilder, isn't it? When you look at the great fighters in the old time, they lost, but they didn't quit. Lennox Lewis lost several fights. He came back. So, Wilder's only lost one fight. Why would you retire because you lose two fights? I don't see the point in it, but it depends. Unless if your motivation isn't there no more, then you'll retire. But it is exciting. I got to say, I have. I don't really like all the trash talking. I don't really like all that stuff. But I have loved the fights that they've had. In December, Kieran, I'm aiming to start now. I've been getting people applying, so I'm aiming to start taking on some new clients in December for in person and over Skype. So if anybody's interested in inquiring about coaching, we can do a free Zoom call, 40 minutes, and then I can have a chat, see what you're struggling with, what your goals are, and then I can explain how the program works, and we could see if there's chemistry and if we can work together. And if not, then it's fine. It's not personal. I just say I don't think I can help you, or you might decide the same for me. So um, just drop me an email. But yeah, a bit surprised about Wilder coming in that big. I don't think that's a good idea. I think Wilder's better. I think he's more stronger and quicker when he's at a lower weight. He came in really heavy for him. Um, but I think he's done that because he said he doesn't want Fury pushing him around. Does it? It doesn't really matter, to be honest, Kieran. I mean, I can only speak for myself. Um, I've I've had success both, so I think it's whatever makes you comfortable. I've asked women before, and they're just like, "Oh, whatever. Both can look good or not." So I haven't had more success having a beard in dating with women or less by not having it. It's been the same either way. But for yourself, obviously, you try and see what you feel better with, what works for you. I think it comes down to what makes you feel more attractive and confident. But obviously, some women have got more of a preference. They might prefer guys with a beard or not. But everyone's different, so that's all I can really say on that. Excuse me. I'll tell you what, man. Doing these streams and talking, it works up an appetite. But I think it's because I've done it in the morning. I had a banana today. I'll have to get some breakfast. 100%. I prefer how I feel when I have one because I look so young. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but that's it. That's then you've got your answer. Then yeah, I think with the beard, it's good to mix it up. That's what I do sometimes. I'll grow it long, depending on how I feel. What I'm wearing, and then I'll shave it off. I think I'm gonna grow mine back again. Actually, I feel like having it. Maybe with the winter, I might grow it and then get it styled from the hairdressers. Get them to shape it up. Yeah, I think that's another good point with shaving. Some guys, it happens to me, when you've got a beard, it can make you look 10 years older, and then when you shave it, it can take 10 years off. So that's not a negative thing, is it? I think might do a YouTube video on that. I don't think I did one before. Might go for that. Any other question, guys? Anyone in the chat who hasn't got a question in, they got a burning question to ask, go for it. It's actually getting hot. It was freezing now. Now the weather's changing. No surprise with London. Good question. I've been thinking about that. Well, I was thinking of maybe getting some brown bread and having a tuna sandwich, which is healthy. I spoke to my friend yesterday. I was with my friend and his personal trainer, and he gives me advice on diet, what to eat. So I might go for that, Kieran, because I'll have a main meal later on. I tend to fast a bit, so I might just. I think I'll go for a coffee when I go out. I might do a brown bread sandwich with tuna and sweet corn. Something not too heavy. Are you into dieting, Kieran? Are you into all that stuff? I'm gonna do some YouTube videos on that as well, on diet. I might do a video where I kind of give a breakdown on what I've been eating. I think people can add to that. 3 meals a day, fair enough. Yeah, the fasting is not for everyone. I don't do it every day. My personal trainer friend said he thinks that the intermittent fasting is a little bit overrated. It can be good, but not all the time. All right, gentlemen, you know what? I think we're going to call it. I think it's come to that sweet end. Appreciate all you guys coming on. Subscribe to the channel. I want to make more videos. Drop me an email if any of you want to inquire about coaching for December or beyond December, and we'll catch up soon. Yeah, you're welcome. And let's look forward to this Fury fight. I'll probably do a video after the fight's over on my thoughts. So looking forward to that, guys. All right. Have a good weekend. Have a good day, and I'll speak to all of you soon. Become fearless.